What a great place to be. Waves are pumping. So good to be in the West. Margaret River, Australia's most premium wine region, nestled amongst beautiful beaches like this, ancient caves, tall timber forests. That's why these guys love it so much. E.Ewing, Matthew McGillivray, R.Callinan in the water now. Well, looks like we got to get going here. Look at this. We get to see a left. Goofy foot, R.Callinan just wanted to take a look just in case. Every once in a while you see a keeper on the left out there.
Ethan, he's finished runner-up in the world before. He's won major events here on the Championship Tour, but he fell off his rookie year, and now look at him.
As we roll in with R.Callinan, the new dad, lighting up that first turn. Has so much range on this backhand, so low off the bottom. And there's the wrapping turn, and the man from Merriweather Beach in Newcastle is ready to tag the finish. And he hops out. Let's take another look, Richie. R.Callinan first.
Yeah, I love this approach. R.Cal would have seen his good mate, Conor O'Leary, just take down Felipe Toledo in that last one. And this backhand surfing, it's textbook stuff from...
Next wave as a speed, little rooftop section for Matty McGillivray. Snaps it off the top and lays a lot into it.
Solid power. And then Matty McGillivray, well, we know that he's had beautiful results out here before. Just gets right up through the lip on that second turn, comes through to this inside section, and gets a bonus hit right as that wave closes.
This is going to continue. E.Ewing on his opener. Quick whip into the pocket. Nice little controlled lean back hack there, and nice form and flow over the top of that roof. There's something so methodical about his read, and it's not predictable in that sense. He can just react and make it look so planned in ways that he was never going to fall or pick the wrong maneuver choice.
Beautiful arc, and then E.Ewing outside.
Yeah, Ethan, he, in my opinion, has to be one of the best surfers in the world right now. Maybe that first carve was just gorgeous, and then that is just trademark E.Ewing, and then again floats that end section, so gave us a variety of different lines. Look at that fin, totally out of the water, and this turn, that's what we were seeing him do at Bells. That's what brought him excellent scores all throughout the year. Ethan is just so dialed, so confident, and then here doesn't go super crazy, but didn't need to. The damage was done. That was a hard section. Projects out over the lip.
Get caught up with, well, Connor's best friend on tour, R.Callinan, going to town on this one.
We were all cheering in the background. This is more like it for R.Cal. Free fell out of that turn, straight back in, glides into a bottom turn, and then this end section vertical for R.Cal. Big, chunky whitewater section to come out in front of, but this feels more like it for Ryan. Grabs that rail too. Wow, beautiful traditional surfing. I feel like, not to mention my hometown, a lot of Narrabeen people love that style, but he just is showing me really interesting kind of reminiscences of Owen in his stage, where he has that nose on the front of his board as he comes out of this turn. Makes it so easy to keep the nose up. Free falls out of this lip, not easy by any means. And then straight into it, so much speed coming out of these turns. That's when you know you've done a great maneuver, when you come out with speed. And then this end turn section, I just love it. This just, it lights me up, it makes me excited. This feels more like it for R.Cal.
Because they are so strong on the backhand. This is live action with McGillivray.
Laying down that rail. How about that front side carve into a snap and almost pulls off an unbelievable combination. Pressure situation to perform. Stone and Wood bringing us the slow-mo here, Jesse.
How good is it when you watch a carve that's just one stage, holds the rail all the way down. Matty McGillivray making surfing just feel giddy and exciting by holding his rail all the way down. Came in so well into this turn, beautiful tight in the pocket, but as you can see, buried that nose, that back arm, holding a bit of momentum back, so it's going to bring him back. That is a massive leg up, and then he's going to have his family around him, but let's hope, fingers crossed for R.Cal.
Matthew McGillivray knows that he's not safe. Coming in at 20th, a brilliant performance, making the final with Jordy Smith. Conor O'Leary winning the first. Toledo got second. E.Ewing got sent to the elimination round. And there's some more waves on the way here. Matthew McGillivray digging in. A lot of speed and drive. Off the bottom, throws the arc in the pocket, driving off the bottom again and crushing the finishing move. He gets so much momentum when he lays that rail over on the bottom turn. He could go anywhere he wants. Getting boards from Channel Islands. That one looks like magic under his feet, Jesse.
Yeah, definitely. And I just think those yellow rails, to me, just makes it look so much faster.
In the last couple of years, I don't think we've seen a world champ since Mick Fanning for Australia back in 2013, I think it was. So here we go, the man's up and riding as we speak.
Talk about patience, perseverance, precision, and power from E.Ewing, packing a lot of turns down the stretch. Sat for a very long time, identified the wave to get out of third place, and he did it.
Yeah, I feel like those first two turns, he really connected well. Looking a little bit into his body language, I feel like he probably would have wanted a little bit more oomph on that last turn, but Ethan, he's working with Jake Patterson here. He's been working with him all year. He's trying to get back to the podium, though. Like you mentioned, hasn't had a win since 2023. Let's look at this wave. That first turn is exactly what we expect from E.Ewing. Straight into another, carries so much speed out of it, but just gets a little bit caught up, almost loses speed on that end section. I feel like he wanted to connect a little bit more, but this turn, Rich, I just loved it.
Yeah, beautiful. It was a savage cut, this first turn. And then some nice work down the line here, but I think at this point Ethan was just thinking, you know what, I only need a 3.6 to get out of third. Let's just jump into second. So I'm in that progression situation. This is live action of Ryan.
R.Callinan deep off the bottom, really connects well. Spray still flying out the back, and the end section's already crumbled, so he'll climb it. And just showing the judges that he has got control over that rocky situation.
At Margs has been John, so he's not in the draw this year, so that does open up a door. Looking at this replay, though, this is Ryan, so beautiful second turn there, really tight in the pocket. You could tell he wanted a third, knew he needed it.
Dive down there on a flat day, you'd find fins, you'd find boards, you'd find all kinds of things right on that rock shelf. Fading the takeoffs, McGillivray, big twist and wrap off that first section and loses the combo.
Kind of a late foam climb, and then almost a mistake here for Maddie, because Ethan and Ryan are catching waves this second turn. Felt like he needed that to stay in this heat.
Like you felt, Rick, enough to turn the heat. R.Callinan's last, a 5.83. Moves up to second, and he's up again. He might not have got the message yet, so he's swinging for it, and a little off balance. He'll get out of there.
Not close to his 5.33, just ever so slightly better. 5.6 isn't a massive score for someone of his talent.
E.Ewing on his third wave, ridden in the matchup. Searing cut back, controls it back to the top of the wave. Drives into a big hammer.
It'll come down to these last couple of waves, and let's see what happened with Ethan here. So starts off with a beautiful carve, accelerates up through the lip, and then this second turn just jams it in the pocket, but falters.
Two big committed hooks, though. M.McGillivray on the answer. Big driving cut back, holding that rail, leans into the open face. Now picking up that board with a nice drift. Messy end section.
So that'll keep the score relatively conservative. But M.McGillivray, a beautiful open face carve to start off. Gets nice and tight, cuts that carve short because he needed to get to this final finishing maneuver. Gets some tail flare, some drama.
Rides out without the vision, with his hair in his face. There's Callinan coiling up. Big backside connection, and then gets there enough time to ride away. Intense.
Now let's see what happened with R.Callinan here. Square off the bottom, square off the top. Nice vertical hit, but this second turn just a little clunky. He does get to the finish.
Man, let's see what he did from out the back, Jesse.
Yeah, Ethan, as soon as he's on his feet, I just love watching him surf. Went up there in the pocket here. Oh, got a bit funky with it there. Gave us a reverse and brought this one back round. I feel like this was just Ethan just taking this one all the way through. He's got that last wave score to lock in too, previous to this wave. This one was probably one just to take him in over the reef, get him to shore. Nonetheless, beautiful surfing for E.Ewing.
Two brilliant heats to open up this event. And the high seeds finishing in second in both morning heats.